Everyone, welcome to another session of developmental psychology. Today we're going to talk about chapter 3. It is all about biological context. As you might know already, and I guess I mentioned that like 10 times, we're going to have test 1 soon, right after this chapter. It's going to be test 1, 2, and 3. It's going to be very similar to your quiz. So if you did good on previous quiz, so just do the same, read your notes and just be prepared. But if you didn't, I would suggest you to just go back, watch all of the videos, the parts that I already mentioned that, hey, this is important, it's going to be your exam question, and just make sure you understood the materials. Because like otherwise, if you didn't do good in your previous exams or tests or quizzes, you cannot really expect a good grade for your test. And as you already know, tests are very important because I mean, they have high weights, so it's just all about test and quiz and your discussion post, your final grade. So study and just be prepared for that one. Now let's talk about section 1. Section 1 is all about biological context, like the name of the chapter. Before going forward, I want to ask you to just sit here and just actually try to understand or define what can be biological context. It can be family, it can be environment, or it can be genes. Just try to actually think about this one before checking the other slides. So the next topic that we're going to talk about is going to be mechanisms of inheritance. All of the idea in inheritance is about DNA or deoxyribonucleic acid. If you are a biology major, which I know that some of you guys are from biology, so you are pretty familiar with that. Like you can see here we have like the core part of the cell. Inside of that, we can see chromosomes. And part of chromosomes can be DNA, which is like basically a spiral case or stairs. Here you can see different protein that we're going to talk about, but just be aware that inside of the core of the cell, we have chromosome. So what is chromosomes? They are chemical strands in the cell that contain genes. They are organized into 23 pairs. 22 of them gonna be autosomes, which means like each part is similar to the other one. Yet we have a sex pair or sex chromosomes, which they are different. So autosomes, they are just same. We have like a pair of them. Each part is similar, but sex chromosomes, they are just different. We have X, we can have another X, or we can have Y. The X one is always bigger. It has more info, but the Y one is just smaller and it's just more fragile. We're gonna talk about that because like the most of disorders or atypical development, they come from Y chromosome because they are just more fragile. They're smaller and they do have less information. So the terms that you need to know, we have a lot of them in this chapter, but like one of the most important one is mitosis. Mitosis is just a reproduction system for body cells. For example, let's say your skin, your hair, they do mitosis for producing a new one. We have another term here, meiosis. Meiosis is just related to sex cells. For example, only it can be related to sex organs. And the result of that can be sperms, like you can see here, or ova, which is for women. One point about meiosis or sex cell division, we have crossing over effect during meiosis, which means like exchanging the genetic materials here and there. Crossing over impact is just very important because like it can bring diversity from sex cells and from parents.